just happened to pause it and killed that bait, and that's right when that one ate it right there. And he's long and lean. You know, a lot of times, like in the fall, you know, bait fish will get really a certain size, and bass are so keyed into that size, you can't hardly get a bite on something that's not exactly matching the size of what they're feeding on. And that's when a 1/4 ounce trap also really shines, is, you know, in the fall of the year when they're really keyed on those smaller shad. I choose the 1/4 ounce because I have to. Like the grass is closer to the top over a 1/2 ounce. You know, that's really to me what the 1/4 ounce serves the purpose for, is it can stay up higher in the water column over like the 1/2 ounce, you know. And then when you go to the 3/4 ounce, it's because you want to get it deeper. And then if I'm not fishing grass and when I throw it, it's just in the fall a lot of times, you know, the bait fish get small, they're schooled up in the backs of pockets, and it's about the only bait you can catch those fish on. That is one thing in the fall, they will school up. When you find one, you can usually find 2 or 3. Not a big one, but a fish. Thought he was eating him a little shad there, but it was a war pig. I can get him unhooked. Man, he ate it too. Let's see if there's another one. One of the beauties of this bait is I can just cover water quickly. You know, when you're searching, and in the fall especially, you know, and in the spring, you know, fish can be really scattered, you know, just all depths of water. You know, there's just really no rhyme or reason to anywhere you get a bite. And, you know, it's a bait that you throw out there and you wind in, and you can just cover so much water so quickly and efficiently with it. That might be a better one. That might be a better one. Yep. Come here, buddy, come here. Oh, I got him on the back hook. That's one other thing about the fall. You know, we caught 2 little ones, but generally the better fish, you know, a lot of times might not be far. You know, I just kind of fish around that area just a little bit more, you know, either maybe a little shallower, a little deeper, down the bank a little bit, you know, because when you find fish, fish around a bunch, like make a lot of casts, you know, because they could just be anywhere right there around the corner, I promise you. And a lot of times you can find a better one not very far off. Just because the first few were small doesn't mean there can't be a better one mixed in. I think it's really critical, guys, every day to vary your retrieve. I talk about that a lot on my YouTube channel. You know, just making it different. Make your bait do something different. You know, don't just give it the whole hum, throw it out there, reel it in, throw it out there, reel it in. Make that bait come alive, you know. Pop it, pull it, start, you know, pause it, whatever you got to do, but make that bait come alive. Give that bass a reason to bite it. And, you know, that's how you figure out what it's going to take on any given day. There's one. You know, it can be really windy in the fall, but the great thing about the wind is it will really concentrate all those bait fish, you know, up on top of the water. And it'll push them in pockets like you got right here. And I think, you know, that's something that I always look for when I'm going to a body of water. I want to see what direction that wind's been blowing from, you know, the last few days, and focus on, you know, short little small pockets where that wind's been blowing in. It'll blow that plankton in, blow the shad in, and then those bass in those pockets I feel like will be really active. One thing to keep in mind when you're fishing any bait, you know, whether it's a war pig like this or a spinner bait or, you know, whatever it is, your rod angle will really help dictate the depth of that bait. I'm holding my rod up really high as I bring it out off that edge, and then as it gets closer to the boat, I start dropping it, thus letting that bait get a little deeper in the water column. You know, to me that's something you know, fishing with some inexperienced anglers through the years, they overlook that. They'll either hold it high or hold it low the whole time, but by holding it high, I'm able to keep that bait up high, you know, until I clear that grass, and then as I clear it, I can let that bait start to drop and get a little deeper in the water column.